Alright guys, so since I am bored and I have not done one of these videos since like 2022, I thought why not do another weather radio collection video, since my collection has definitely changed over the time. And what was that? Okay, those reports. I have to keep an eye on Iambot too, because apparently there's like a marginal flight risk for Ohio, so just in case if something goes over KHB 97 or WXL 51, I'm gonna have to record that on one of my radios. I have to go outside to get it. But just more reports. Okay. Anyways, let's get started on this. So let's get started over here. I have to keep my camera plugged in because the battery does not hold a charge for some reason. But I'm gonna just bring this over here. It's the Sony Megabase model ICF-CD. I can't really see. My camera screen's kind of broken right now, but ICF-CD543RM. I'm gonna plug it in really quick, just show you exactly how this works. This is like not really one of those radios that has an alert thing on it. It's just like, a radio that obviously, dang it, I don't know what that could possibly be. Oh, it's more climate reports. But yeah, this radio is not just like a weather alert radio where it like goes off in some way, like with or without an alert tone. No, it's just a normal Sony radio with weather band on it. Turn on. We have AM band on it, 2 FM bands, a TV band. I literally do not know how to put that to use, cause and then we got weather band.
Southwest winds up to 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Tuesday night, cloudy with a chance of shower.
Now I believe this is the second one of this radio I had, cause I had one of these before. It was the same model and everything, but I do not know what happened to that one. So this is like a second one of that. These radios, I believe, are like microwave, like radios that you like put below your microwave or something or whatever. Basically, you I don't know, basically, but I'm guessing that's what these things are for like putting it on, on a microwave or whatever. Who knows? Also once I'm done with the working radios, I'll get to the broken radios and show why they do not work or whatever, or why I do not have them featured on the collection. So we're gonna start up here. We have the AlertWorks EAR-10WH.
Becoming northeast after midnight. Chance of rain 40%. And now the remainder of the...
This radio I've had since July 2020. This is actually my third EAR-10. I had 2 EAR-10s. The first ever one I got was a black EAR-10. I got it off eBay. I got this one off Amazon. I do not remember how much, but it was a good price, I would say. That black AlertWorks EAR-10, I've had it in my videos from like 2019 to 2022. Well, early 2023. But since we moved, when we moved in early 2023, most of the radios just disappeared. So that even meant the black AlertWorks EAR-10 disappeared. Same with my Emerson CKW2000, my Midland WR-10, but I lost that when we were moving again in 2024. But to be fair, the speaker was kind of busted on it anyway after a bunch of use, so it's whatever. The version 5 WR100 that I painted black and silver. I know I had another radio. Oh yeah, my Eton Zone Guard, the one I got in November 2019. And I think that's all. I do not remember if there's any other radios I lost, but yeah. Alert test. Goes off on the first header.
Showers.
And also the second black EAR-10 I had, excuse me, which was the one with no alert blocking, I traded that one to Weather Radio Guru. I actually do not know if he still has it. I have not seen it in like any of his newer videos recently. All I just know is that me, Weather Radio Guru, and Wilmington, Ohio Productions, we all did a trade basically where I gave Weather Radio Guru my black EAR-10 with no alert blocking, and in exchange, Peridot or Wilmington, Ohio Productions would give me his WR601N, his Oregon Scientific WR601N. I do not know what happened to the WR601N, but all I just know, the only thing I have for it right now is the dock, which, yeah, I do not know where the dock went either, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere on the shelf, but I'm too lazy to go looking for it, so it's whatever. Anyways, that's enough with this radio. Next up over here, we got the Radio Shack 12-519.
Lows in the lower 60s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles.
This thing is, man, when it comes to running off of hopes and dreams, because the tuner is kind of a little bit busted on it compared to like how actual 519s would be with their speakers and tuners. So, sorry about that, that's my dog. But like, the speaker doesn't really sound normal anymore. It, like, ever since like 2020, I think, like, I remember in 2020 I accidentally left the aux I accidentally left the auxiliary mode turned on this thing, which probably meant that it probably wore out the tuner, and in exchange it gave me this.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Either it's supposed to sound like that or something, but I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that also resulted in the like reception issues getting like much weirder with this, because for some reason, no matter how much static there is, even if there's like a bunch of static to like where you can like not even hear the station, it still goes off for alerts, and it's not even like unrecognized warning, unrecognized watch, unrecognized advisory or statement. No, the actual code. It goes off with the actual code on the first header. Frickin' with the static issue, which is actually honestly unique. I like that. I'm pretty sure it's just like, you know, to like where the tuner's messed up. Obviously the decoder stays fine. I mean, obviously. We'll do a quick alert test, because the alert test on this thing is not too long. I got this back in May 2020. I got it off eBay. It was new in box. I lost the box though, like a long while ago. I think I either threw it away or something, or who knows what happened to it, but yeah. Got this off of eBay, May 2020. I like it. It's really good. It has auxiliary mode, as I mentioned earlier. AM.
68-page lawsuit has been filed to the U.S.
FM. Barely get 91.7 anymore. And Skywarn. But I don't really use Skywarn because I cannot get any Skywarn channels on this thing. Oh yeah, and also because since it has Skywarn, it has a little number pad right here for if you want to type in Skywarn channels, and like the manual, scan, program, and enter buttons for Skywarn.
Southwest.
Which I honestly like about this thing. That's pretty cool. I also like how you can adjust the volume even when the radio's turned off. That's kind of unique. Anyways, enough with this thing for now. Oh yeah, this thing also speaks. If you guys watch my recent videos with this thing, it kind of says you have one on red message or signal loss or something. You guys know, for those who at least have a 519. Anyways, on top of this radio right here, we have the Radio Shack 12-382.
Range 50%. And now the forecast for the Ann Arbor and Detroit vicinities.
Now this radio is over here living off of hopes and dreams, because I got this radio back in mid-summer of 2019. I believe it was either July or something. July, June, cannot remember, but I know it was sometime during summer. I believe it came like on the same day we were getting a little bit of bad weather, and I got like a severe thunderstorm warning or something. But I did not know till like after, because like it was still in the box after the alert went over or something. So yeah, I got this back in 2019. I'm pretty sure it was because my first 262 actually was having major issues. Because, I mean, you guys know, well, at least some people know, the problems with 12-262s from the year of 2008. The tuners are not the best. They can die out pretty quickly, or just act all weird and stuff, almost like this, but worse.
70s. Southwest wind.
To the point where they can't even go off anymore, because, like, they can't decode the tones with how terrible the tuner is on the thing. But yeah, this is basically just the same thing as the 262, but like a little bit more smaller and kind of compact or whatever. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, this is also basically just a replica of their 12-261 model. You could tell because, yeah, it's not silver, and all this other stuff. Also, the reason why I said this thing is living off of hopes and dreams is not because of the antenna. I mean, most of my radios that have broken antennas are fine, even though they live off of hopes and dreams. This thing right here, it still works completely fine, same with the 300 and all the other radios that have broken antennas. But this one has a major issue.
Partly cloudy with a 30% chance of showers. Lows in the...
Sounds a little bit normal, right? Well, I'm going to unplug this on my wire right here. This wire I have hooked up to the external antenna port, and I'll show you why this thing is living off of hopes and dreams.
70s. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid...
Now, for some reason, the tuner on this thing is also kind of acting up, but with the wire I have, this little external antenna wire where it's just like a yellow thing to yellow thing, whatever these things are called, AV port to AV port, basically. It works fine, but then when it's unplugged, it sounds weird. And I also want to show you guys something funny that I noticed, like, last year. It's not doing it on this station, but I'll show it on a different one, if I just go to this. Listen closer to that.
Tuesday.
What you are hearing coming from the radio, this tuner, was actually 1550 AM over in Canada. For some reason, the tuner on this thing is acting up so much to where for some reason it's able to pick up an AM station over in Canada. I don't understand how that's possible. I don't understand why it's possible, but it just does that for some reason. I got this thing off eBay, by the way, so I don't know if I said that. But yeah, all I just have to do is like keep this thing plugged in, and it will go off for alerts just fine. Hopefully.
Fog in the morning.
Sometimes it can act up and like not go off, or sometimes it will like actually go off. Like
Thunderstorms in the afternoon.
look with the port, now it's good.
70s. Southwest winds up to 5 miles per hour.
Yeah, this thing still goes off pretty good, like, other than the fact that I have to keep the port plugged in, but it's fine. I just have to keep it up here because this is the best spot where it can actually go off. If I would want to put it, like, right here next to the EAR10WH, but it would probably do the issue because, you know, yeah, the freaking thing of it picking up the AM station randomly for some reason. Anyways, below this radio is the Eton FR600.
Partly cloudy with a chance of showers and a slight chance of thunder.
Now, this radio has a little bit of a backstory, actually. This is not my first ever FR600 I've had. For those who are OGs on my channel from, like, 2018 or something, like back when I was starting to get into EAS, you will know that I actually had an FR600. It was exactly like this. It was basically, like, all like this. Antenna was broken, basically. All this other stuff. And also, yeah, the faceplate was kind of not in the best spot, or if you know what I mean. Basically, like, the faceplate on this is cracked, but at least it's not cracked to the point where I have to like put it together separately. But you know what I mean. That radio I actually lost either sometime in 2019 or whatever. I actually do not remember when I lost the radio, but all I just remember is the last year I had that radio was 2019. I've only had the radio for about a year. I think my mom got the radio at a yard sale, like while I was at school or something. It was a really good radio too. I mean, especially with this one, it still is. And in 2022, I got this one, which is my second FR600. And it still is here today.
The mid-70s. Friday night.
This thing has weather alert, of course.
Saturday. Mostly sunny. Highs
AM. FM. And shortwave or whatever it is. Shortwave or whatever the heck SW is, I do not know. Also, the reason why the volume on this thing is pretty loud is because in order for the alert tone to be like at least hearable, with all these radios in the way, I have to have the volume all the way up, which means a louder broadcast coming through.
Tuesday night.
It's still cool though, I cannot lie. I cannot do an alert test on this thing, so all you'll get is an SOS tone test. I think it was supposed to do it. Oh wait, no, that's with the SOS thing. The SOS flashlight mode on this thing, I believe, flashes along with the tone, but you can't have the SOS light on and the SOS tone thing on at the same time. I remember my stupid autistic self would frickin' just always blast this every single time. I liked that tone for some reason, and I still do. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, that's enough with this radio. Next up, we got the... Oh, yeah, I forgot to grab it. Let me grab my other one. Only the OGs of the channel will know this. The 2018 OG, that is. Let me move this radio out of the way. This radio right here, the Midland ER210. This is the early one, actually. This was my first ever weather radio. Believe it or not. I got this at Best Buy. It was pretty cheap. It was a good deal. I knew nothing about weather radios at the time, so I did not know how to program this. Especially considering the only videos I've seen of weather radios are not this type of model, but like models like the 120, the 100, the 991, the 300, you name it. Most of the models. Except for the newer ones like the ER50 and whatnot, but other than that, yeah, I've never really heard much of radios with this model, but it is cool, I will say.
Cloudy early in the evening, becoming mostly cloudy. A chance of showers.
This thing is still holding up like a charm to this day. I do not know if this is actually my first ever one or my second one, because I had two ER210s. I gave one of them to my mom, but she lost it somewhere. But all I'm just going to say is that, yeah, this is my first ever weather radio, because, I mean, same model and all that, but... Yeah, this radio is honestly really cool. I'm not even gonna lie. This has weather, AM, and FM.
Radio, all hazards. The station broadcasts from the national...
Now, like the FR600, I cannot do an alert test on this thing because, yeah, all it is just basically the light flashing and a loud tone along with the screen light flashing. There's not an SOS tone on this thing either, so I cannot test that out. But for those who know what the ER210 sounds like, then you should probably know. And also, the reason why I call this a early ER210 is because if you look right there, that is a globe on the Midland logo. The actual ER210 model does not have that. But wouldn't that be an ER200 then? No, because the buttons are not gray. They're black, like how the ER210 is. And I'm pretty sure this is an early ER210, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought one of my friends, like a long while ago, said, oh yeah, this is an early ER210. Correct me if I'm wrong, it probably is, it probably is not. This is from like 2017. I got this March 10th of 2018, I still remember the date, oh my gosh, I'm an unk. I got this at Best Buy, like I said. I usually take this radio almost everywhere with me sometimes, and I also take the ER50 too, because like yeah. I really have nothing else to say about this other than the fact that the antenna is broken, solar panel's broken. It's almost kind of living off of hopes and dreams, but the good ending of hopes and dreams. Also, the flashlight does not work because of the broken solar panel, I think, but hopefully I could get that fixed soon. And like the flashlight, it's fine, but like I can't turn it on, so that's why I'm saying it's not working. It would be cool for it to work, but nope. And next up, right next to the 210, or next to the 210, next to where the 210 would be, I cannot speak. We have the Midland ER50, one of the newest ER radios I have from Midland.
Winds up to 5 miles per hour.
AM and FM too.
And now the remaining.
This thing is basically just the same thing as the ER200, ER210, ER300, ER310, but in the body of a bigger Midland ER10 VP, and with almost a similar siren compared to the 210 and the 310s and the 200s and 300s, you name it. The design on it's really cool. Oh yeah, also I lost the flashlight thing, the flashlight cover, so now it's just out in the open. The flashlight on this one actually works too, which is cool. I don't really have much else to say about that. Well, oh yeah, antenna's also broken. The antenna's been broken for a while now, but like when I was on my way back from a trip to Grand Rapids, like in August of this year, it broke a little bit more, so that is disappointing. I got this radio at Walmart in July 2021. I've been using it a lot ever since. It is pretty cool, I can't lie. Pretty compact. Just has the same cords as the 210, the headphone, USB, and the freaking USB-A. I think that's what it's called. Or who knows? I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is one of my newer ER models. I cannot do a siren test on that one as well, because like same thing with the 210. And now we're gonna move down here. We're gonna start right here actually. Here we have the OG Midland WR120
Per hour. Tuesday, mostly cloudy.
This is actually my second OG WR120. My first OG WR120 is right there. I got this in September 2022. I did an unboxing video of it, but I did not upload that one, and I don't think I ever will, because it's too cringy. Well, not that cringy, but I was too young at the time, so yeah. Y'all should know what a 120 sounds like, but for those who do not know, I'm going to do an order test anyway. This radio I like to use a lot for DXing, catching alerts from different stations and whatnot, because it could get the stations pretty dang well. And it's also one of my only at 120s with a actual non-broken antenna. The top on it's still on there. That one has a broken antenna, like a bunch, and yeah, all the other 120s I have broken antennas. And right next to that one is the Midland WR100 early version 5.
Cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 6.
Backstory on this one actually used to have tuner issues when I first got it. I got this radio in, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I got that one at the thrift store. I got it at Valley World, where I got most of my other radios from. Pretty cool, right? Anyways, this radio, I got this one off eBay in February or January of 2021. I originally thought this was like a version 3 or something, or like a version 4 because of the NOAA logo. But apparently, yeah, it's an early version 5. Well, now I know that, because if you turn it on, if you plug it in or something, version 5 right there. So yeah, y'all should know what this radio sounds like also, but for those who do not.
Now the remainder.
Yeah, I like it, but the tuner issues, like the decoder issues for the thing, is fixed now. I didn't even have to do any fixing on it; it just randomly fixed itself randomly, so now it goes off a lot more. I have to glue the faceplate back on this too, because it's just hanging there.
Wednesday night.
This one also has a good antenna, which I'm glad about. And right next to that one is the First Alert WX150.
Mostly cloudy. A chance.
This is a radio I got from Antonio, aka Pittsburgh EAS, back in, I'll bring the chair over here. Look, you want to sit down? This is one of the radios I got from Antonio, aka Pittsburgh EAS, back in 2022. The radio still works good. Funny thing about this is that I actually almost put this radio out of service, because for some reason, one time when I plugged it in, it would not turn on. I plugged it in with the, I believe, the right adapter too. I do not know if I did or not, actually. Who knows? I plugged it in with the adapter. I don't think it was over voltage at all. Hopefully not, because otherwise it would not work. What was that? Okay, area forecast discussion. Anyways, this radio, when I plugged it in, like, a year ago, the same time I was trying to figure out what was happening with this radio's tuner, for some reason, it would not turn on. So, I mean, it would, but the screen was, like, really, really dim. Everything was, like, really dim on it. Then when I unplugged it, I started to smell something, so I assumed, like, oh, crap, maybe I should, like, not touch this thing anymore. And then a year later, I tried again, and it works fine.
Fog in the morning.
Other than, like, a little bit of reception issues, it's fine. It still goes off perfectly, which I'm glad about. Y'all should know what this sounds like. I mean, not most people, but this is also my first ever First Alert radio. I'm hoping to get more First Alerts in the future. Yeah, I'm talking about the radio brand, not like First Weather Alerts. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I got this off eBay from Antonio back in February 2022. I still like this radio a lot. It is really cool.
In the lower 60s. South.
Definitely one of my favorites. And next to that is another one of my favorites, which is the Radio Shack 12-991.
Slight chance of showers in the morning. Then partly cloudy with a chance of shower.
This is a radio I got off eBay back in like June or May of 2019. It came in June, though. And also I got this during a Cleveland severe weather event, I believe. So when I was trying to like listen to it, like some alerts on it, it would not go off because I didn't have the alerts set up back then. But yeah, this radio is one of my favorites also because I also like how it can get, like how cool it is to get some stations on this thing. And also just like how cool it looks. It's basically a 993, but like desktop. I want to get a 993 soon, but yeah. Here's the siren. It's basically just this thing, but on the third header. Pretty cool.
Storms in the afternoon.
I also have to use an external antenna cord for this because, yeah, it's not really the best to get an reception. Next to that is the Midland WR1. Dang it. Okay, my bad. Midland WR 300 version 5.
50s. Northwest winds up to 5 miles per hour. Becoming northeast after midnight.
I got this radio in November 2018. My mom got this for me at the same store I got this at Valley World. Valley World, I like how you sell some of these radios sometimes. They're pretty cool. Go back to selling them. I'm just kidding. Anyways,
To 10 miles.
pretty cool radio. It has AM, FM, of course.
Related to Dan.
Oh, sales blitz.
It's basically just a different version, like a different type of version of than the 100. It has the same alert tone and everything. It's pretty cool to play around with. It's basically just the WR100 except a little bit more different, a little bit more like some more like settings and all that other stuff. It's cool. I like it. You can even like add in your own alerts. Which I like. The one issue is that it does like mark the alerts as advisory only for some reason. I mean, even though you could set it to like warning, watch, and advisory, it will still go off for advisory no matter what. But I think it's pretty cool to hear an advisory tone like those whenever it's like a warning or whatever, or just in general. It's pretty cool. And next to the radio, next to the WR300. Oh yeah, I also have to use an external antenna for this too. Same reason as the 991 and the Well, not the 382. 382 is kind of different, but next to that is the realistic 12-093 or 193. I cannot tell. 12-140. I am an idiot. It's not any one of the 93s. It's a 140. I am an idiot. Okay.
Southwest winds up to 5 miles.
I have it at max volume because for some reason there's something wrong with the volume slider most of the time, unless if it's at max volume. Like, listen.
In the upper 50s. It's at 50%.
Yeah, so I left this at full volume for it to actually work. And since this is an old radio, you probably know how it's going to sound. It's basically just the Midland 74, 109, and 105 in a realistic weather radio body. This thing also, I need someone to let me know what this means. What does the antenna setting mean on the realistic 140? What does rod and line mean? Does that mean good reception? I do not know. This thing also has alert lock, so if I want to, I could just flip it on while it's blinking. Okay, I think you get it. Yeah, I do not want to keep that going on for too long. Anyways, next to that is the Oregon Scientific WR 3000.
A slight chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s.
This is one of those radios that has no alert tone. Same for that. That thing. I got this one from my dad's friend, and I believe like December. Yeah, I got this from my dad's friend in December 2021. One of my dad's friends. Obviously, I have no alert tone, so I can't really test it out. But this thing has a standby mode and a mute mode. I like it. It's pretty cool. And then this thing has a little flash that flashes alert and power. It will flash alert and power at the same time too, which I really like. The reception on it is not the greatest, but it's cool.
Hours left.
And this is why.
5 to 10 miles per hour.
Sometimes whenever you click something by accident or whatever, when it's not even affecting the tuning thing, it will randomly go staticky until you try to fix it up.
Likely in the afternoon.
Which is what you just saw. Anyways, over here now we have the Radio Shack 12-250.
Lows in the mid-50s. Friday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming
This is actually also my second 250 because same reason as the FR600. I had a 250 back in 2018. I got it in November 2018. Valley World, I believe. And apparently in like 2021 or something, I lost that radio. Because yeah, I do not know how I lost it, but all I just know is that 2021 was like the last year I saw this radio, so RIP to it. But then like in 2023, on June 2023, I randomly came in luck when we were looking at a bunch of yard sales in the area. I found a 250 being sold. It was pretty cheap too. I do not remember how cheap, but it was pretty cheap. So I came in luck around that time, which I'm thankful for. I believe the way to do the alert test is off. Holding down off while you turn it on. Okay, yeah. Here's the alert test for those who do not know what this sounds like. That's basically what it sounds like.
chance of showers and thunderstorms.
This is one of those old radios, of course you could tell because it has a statement on it. And like it looks old. Come on now. Anyways, next to that, we have the Max Digital CR01NW. I think that's the model.
5 miles per hour. Tuesday.
For those who don't know, this is actually my second Max Digital. I got the one I did an unboxing of back in August 2022. I accidentally fried that one, and it sucked because that one was also from Antonio, the same person I got this from. I got that and the broken Max Digital on eBay. I do not know what happened to the broken Max Digital, but it's probably gone by now. because, well, yeah, I can't even use it anymore. It's fried. Because for some reason I tried using an overvoltage adapter on it because it did not come with an adapter. And me being my stupid self, of course it fried. But this one came with an adapter, luckily, so that's good. This one has AM and FM on it.
Showers in the...
And also, this one is basically just a Capello and a Max digital body. Pretty cool. I actually want to turn on the button beeps, because why not? Gotta look for the button beeps. I like the button beeps on it. I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, next to that, we have the Uniden BC148 XLT-1.
Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday night, showers likely. Lows around 60. Northeast winds 5 to 10.
This thing is also known as the cow, and you want to know why? Yep, the alert tone is literally a drunk cow. I'm not even kidding when I say that. This is a scanner and a weather radio built into one, as per most Uniden radios are. I like it. I don't really use the scanner function that much because I already have a scanner next to my bed, like right there. That is also Uniden, but yeah. That one does not have WX on it, by the way, so I'm not gonna show that off. I might show it off. I might show it, but I do not know if I will. Got this like earlier this month. It was like $30-something on eBay. Pretty good deal, I can't lie. And this is the dash one also, because this one has a bigger screen, while the one without the dash one has just a singular 2-pixel screen. Basically, if you know what I mean. Where only could fit like 2 numbers on it or whatever. And right next to that we have the radio, or not the Radio Shack, the Recom R1650A. That's just great. The freaking reception on it is being crappy.
Partly cloudy early in the evening, becoming mostly cloudy. A chance of thunderstorms early in the evening. A chance of light showers. Waves 2 feet to left.
I'll fix it up later, but this is one of my rarest radios. I got this in April 2022. It was a good deal too, so I had to hurry up and snag this thing. Even if it's yellowed, it was a good deal. Come on, I cannot pass it down. It's a freaking 1650A. It's a pretty old radio, as you could tell. We're going to, it also has AM/FM. We're gonna go to AM/FM mode.
Celebrating 5 years of building a strong...
I don't really use the AM/FM mode on it for that much, but when it comes to catching alerts, I'll probably get to using that again soon, hopefully. For those who do not know what this, version of the Recon sounds like, I'll show you. Yeah, basically just progressively gets louder. It goes from quiet to loud, basically. Not in like a fading way, just like that. Just jump starts, basically. I'll fix the reception on this later. I think it's probably because of the camera or something. I don't know. But, yeah. Got that one for a good steal. I do not remember how much, but it was like around $50, I think. If I recall correctly. So it was a pretty good steal for me. And right next to that we have the Oregon Scientific WR, I do not know.
In the afternoon.
I want to hurry up and check really quick before this thing dies. WR108 with the weather station. This I got in, I believe fall. I got this in 2018, I know that, but I think I got this in fall 2018. I was originally going to get an Accurate, but this was the only option they had. And by Accurate, I mean like the one that's basically the same as this, the handheld radio and the weather station, but this was the only option they had, and I mean, it looked pretty cool, so I thought, why not? I do want to get it Accurate, though, soon. I think those are pretty cool, specifically the ones that have like the high-pitched tone that go like, or whatever. Those ones are pretty cool. I usually have it unmuted because since I do not have a battery pack for it, I only have 3 AA batteries, 3 AA batteries that are dead basically, that I can only use for this radio. Even though I could just take the batteries out and deal with it. I don't know. The weather station works fine too still. I do not know what happened to the thing that went to the weather station. It's probably gone, like long gone now. This thing activates on any header that it detects. If it detects first header first, then it'll go off for that. If it detects second header first, then it'll go off for that. If it detects third header first, then it'll go off for that. Not to 50 hertz though. I have it on muted because since I didn't have a battery pack for it, I do not want the thing to die when it goes off for a weather alert. Because the battery drains whenever you frickin' turn on the broadcast. Oh, I didn't even turn it on the broadcast. Whatever. So yeah, and then if we go right here, that's enough for this spot. If we go right here, we have the Midland WR120 OG. This one monitors VAZ533 in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. I would say monitors it pretty well. I usually would just have it like with just the this antenna, call it a day. But since it's not able to get it pretty well from down here without this thing. Okay, well never mind. Sometimes it can, but for like better reception, basically, I have this AV to AV cord that goes from here, and it's taped all the way up to there in my closet. I would say it gets reception pretty well, other than the fact that it kind of loses it sometimes, but other than that, it gets it pretty dang well. Y'all should know what the 120 OG sounds like. This is actually my first ever 120 OG. I got this July 20th, 2019. The same day we were under like an enhanced risk for severe weather and my power went out. Cool. It's also one of my only, like, not one of my only loud, a very loud one, so it will definitely get my attention for when Canada issues something that I can't see over Alertable, because for some reason Alertable is delayed now. But we're gonna go below that to the Eton Zone Guard Plus, one of my only Eton Zone Guards I have left.
60. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles.
This thing gets very good reception even with the broken antenna still, which I am surprised. Y'all should know this thing definitely sounds like a brick, but mine sounds way worse, and here's why. I'm gonna do this. I do not know why it does that. I genuinely do not know why it does that. It's been starting to do that since like 2024 or something. I do not remember when, but it's been starting to do that recently. Like, and I do not know how to fix it, but yeah, I got this in April 2020. I believe this model is rare now. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't really see these a lot now. I don't know if they're rare, but I'm not just gonna automatically assume now. This also comes with 2 alert modules. Shall we test them? Let's test them. And it should go off any moment with these plushies. I just added batteries to that one, so. That's what these things basically sound like when they go off. When that radio goes off, those things have to go off along with it. Basically some telecommunication thing. I have it right there next to the clock plush and my pen plush, because why not? It looks cool. This thing has AM FM on it too. I did set some memories on it, so like in case if I want to catch an alert, then I have these. This thing also has WB alert, like the FR600 and most other Eton radios. Now we are going to go to the broken radios. I am going to grab most of my broken radios and show what the radios are and why they are broken. So we got, I'll set them right here. Okay, I'm gonna move this stuff really quick. So, got this one. Got this one. We got that one. Now most of these do work, and I just do not have like any wires or whatever for them, or they just do not work in general. So, and I will show why, obviously, or just tell you why if I can't really show. This one. Do I have any more? This one. I think that's all. Alright, we're gonna move back over here now. Oh, I did not mean to yank that cord. We're moving back to over on this table now. I'm gonna move this cord out of the way. We're gonna start off with the Sanjin CL100. I got this radio in November 2021, and it delivered on my birthday, November 13th. Very good birthday present indeed. It worked like a charm, and I say worked because I'm about to show you why this thing is marked as broken or out of service for me. I'm gonna just unplug this. And we're going to plug the CL100 in now. Now, while it looks like it does work, I'm going to turn it on and show you why it does not work according to my standards. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, never mind. Now it won't really show. But for some reason, the tuner will usually have issues. I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in, so maybe it'll probably show it this time. Okay, never mind. What I was going to show is that for some reason, the tuner on this thing kind of like glitches out really bad to the point where you can't even hear anything on the weather broadcast. And also sometimes the radio itself will actually like slow down. It will like go like really slow. Like whenever you just like first power it on, you can tell it's going slow because when the CT thing appears, it's not even blinking. It's just staying there for like a solid minute or so. So it basically lags. Not like the running snail though, way worse. It basically lags. The tuner on it this sucky now. Oh yeah, and there's rattling. It can't even get the station anymore now because of the broken antenna too. It was already broken, but I accidentally made it worse like when I was trying to look at the radio. I want to get a new CL100 soon, Loki, but it is whatever.
In the morning. Mostly
It is what it is. So we'll put that one right there. And, oh, right next to that, well at least it was right next to it, is the, my modded Midland WR120 EZ that I got from Wilmington, Ohio Productions. Now, this one was also in a trade with him because I gave him one of my Uniden scanners for one of his modded radios, as he promised. And in exchange, he gave me his Midland WR120 EZ. Okay, never mind. Wow. Got scared for nothing, bro. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I'll show you why this thing is out of service according to my standards, too. I'm gonna use